Happy Saturday once again. Frank Rock, House of Learning Sports Channel coming at you. Released a video just within the last hour, we'll say, about Chaz Lanier, about some visits he's taken coming up to BYU, Kentucky, Tennessee. I talk about all that. But I want to shift to some Lady Vols basketball as well. Not a lot out there right now, but a little bit of news this week in terms of one target. And then I've seen speculation on a couple different ones. So, the World Exposure Report reported earlier in the week. One of the targets here, and we'll talk about, is Miriam Dauda from Arkansas. Transfer forward, 6'4", from Arkansas, 10.1 points, 6.3 boards, 1.2 assists, 45.5% field goal, 31.9 3-point, 75.6 free throws. Pretty good numbers for a post player, but reported she's supposedly down to Tennessee and Baylor. Talked about, Baylor won Ruby Whitehorn. Whitehorn chose Tennessee. Of course, Florida State was in that one as well. I don't know who it came down to with Ruby Whitehorn, but Ruby announced on Mother's Day that she was committed to the Lady Vols. And we'll see with two spots open. So 2 spots, 2 targets we'll talk about here. And if the Lady Vols were to finish with these two, man, this roster is going to look pretty nice. As both of these are post players, both of them have a lot of skill. Both of them highly recruited, come out of high school. Dauda would be the one we know. Lady Vols, Baylor, according to World Exposure Report. The other one is Janiah Barker from Texas A&M. In 2022, when she come out of high school, I think she was ranked top 3 in the entire country coming in. So she's ranked now, I think, remaining. World Exposure has her and Dauda 1 and 2 as far as remaining transfers available. So with 2 spots, 2 available, I think Tennessee has solved their guard issue with what they had coming back. And then with Whitehorn, Samara Spencer, they've already added Alyssa Latham. They added Lazaria Spearman. I apologize on that, from Miami. So they've added 4. They have 2 spots left. If you add these 2 to what you already have in the post, this is if they get them all to mesh, it's always going to be a chore. If you have this many coming, how do you get them to mesh? But if that is to happen, World Exposure thinks this puts Lady Vols in conversation with UConn, with South Carolina next year. That's a pretty bold statement. But this would give the Lady Vols a lot of talent. You look at all these ladies, if they're to finish with these 2, with Barker and with Dauda, if they were to finish with these 2, looking at their high school rankings when they come in, it's a ton of top 50 talent on this roster, depending on the season. And Kim Caldwell's system, what she wants to do, wants to get after them. You get that occasional complaint about, we don't see the shooting percentages and stuff. But they're looking at ladies who can play defense, who can get up and down the court, who can push the ball, who can make things happen on it as well. Who's to say they don't improve on their shooting when they get here as well? Players do improve from one year to the next. Yeah, they can go down from one year to the next as well. It's just like in baseball. You expect a progression by the year. If a guy is not playing one year, when he gets into playing the next year, you expect a progression of their batting average, of their totals, things of that nature. I think it's pretty reasonable to expect the same in basketball as well. So if the Lady Vols do finish with Barker and Dauda, is that a best case? Is it realistic? I don't know in that scenario. Kim Caldwell, it's been said at her previous stops, likes to play a lot of players. So maybe there's enough food to go around for everybody to eat in that scenario. Best case scenario here, if you finish with these 2, that gives you a full roster. This program's ready to hit the ground running. And I think running even faster than expected when it come out of the gate. So let's hope the Lady Vols can finish. Definitely, if Dauda is down to the last 2, they can finish here. And then I've not really heard with Barker where she's leaning, where she's looking or anything. I've just seen her name listed on it. And I'm not even sure exactly where she has visited. Not a lot of updates are out there, unfortunately, but trying to find what I can on that one. We'll see how it finishes with the Lady Vols. And then if they do finish with those, I think that's got to put them in the conversation if there's one of the best transfer classes of the year. Maybe not what a USC or some of these are bringing in, but still a very impressive transfer class for them. But I'll keep you posted on anything else that comes along. And with women's, men's basketball, either one. I'll be live today, right after the Tennessee South Carolina baseball game, game 3, live on here. I hope you'll join me for that. But I'll keep you updated on anything Lady Vols wise. That's the best I can find right now. I've been digging, trying to find stuff. Of course, a lot of the focus with Lady Vols is on Lady Vols softball. They won their opening round of the tournament yesterday. Of course, Lady Vols tennis going to the Final Four. It's a good time on campus to be a Tennessee volunteer, especially with the spring sports and just all sports in general. I think the sky's the limit with all programs right now. But my name's Frank Rock. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you share it. You subscribe. Get these people to view the channel. Check it out. Welcome to any feedback along the way. If it involves changing who I am, that's probably not going to happen. But as far as content you like or may like to see, I'm definitely open to that. But I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. And last but most certainly not least, go Lady Vols.